Hello everyone! Exciting news! Giant Mole has just been updated and now it has a hard mode. And I'd like to show my first attempts and talk more about the tactics and what new skills Mole now has. And let's have a look at the new Mole layer map. Now, the first thing I want to say, now the hard mode Mole has phases, and each time you deal enough damage, it will go into another phase. But the last phase will always be in the same chamber as you started in. It's the middle chamber. Right now, the first phase, he doesn't really do anything much besides hitting you in melee. So I suggest you should spray melee and just hit him as much as you can. You will have to deal around 5k damage, and then he runs to another room. You can see Mole now retreated to Enrage Room. Let's take a look at the map. Now in this phase, Mole will get into his enraged form and will deal around triple damage. So it's really necessary to stun him at the right moment so he will not deal you any damage. And I would also suggest you should go with Mage and always pray melee and bring some food and prayer potions. Now the Mole is in falling rocks phase, and I'm not really sure if you can avoid those rocks. Freedom will not take off the debuff, but he will throw rocks on you and you will be stunned for a few seconds and then will take massive damage. I think if you go duo or trio, your friend can free you from that mud. And if you're soloing, I would say you have to rush him down as much as possible to deal that few thousand damage until next phase. Right, so now it's Little Mole's phase. The Giant Mole will summon four little moles every like 10 or so seconds, and he will take reduced damage for each mole alive. You have to kill those as fast as possible and deal as much damage to Mole as possible. I didn't know that at the time, and the Mage would be really better here. You can cast that spell which hits 3 targets, and then you can rack the last few moles. It's also worth mentioning that this phase is not very dangerous. Now the phase. The Giant Mole will dig down and burst out for a few times, like 2, and he will leave rocks lying around which deal 400 damage per second if you step on them. It's not very dangerous. You can run into the passageway or just run diagonally across the room from Mole, and just don't take much damage here. And the last phase, of course. Oh boy, this is where it really gets on. Now, Mole in the last phase can cast all those spells from those different phases. It's really important to kill little moles and avoid his enraged form. Also be very careful when he digs down in his enraged form and drops rocks on you. You can take like 1000 damage per second here and die really quickly here. That happened to me last night. And of course, the loot table has been increased, but not very much. He drops 1k pure essence, some addy bars, U-logs, and those new items which can be attached to shield, and the potion which can grow your tree faster, but I haven't received them. Now I'll show my loot from like 25 moles. Well, enjoy the music and the rest of the video.
I've lost count of the ways I've tried to shut this down, but the flame never goes out. All the dangers I've faced, I've taken on my own. I've never had reason to doubt, but you've broken through.